Hello, Fabulous Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of July 2016 General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is, in many ways, an important month for you, a powerful month for you, and a month of deep self-honesty, on a soul level kind of honesty that eventually will lead you to understand where it is now that you are ready to begin again. I don't say it lightly. There is fresh starts all around, and in many ways, this is like your personal new year that's going to be starting to take place now. And that is because of a new moon, a powerful new moon, pretty much right out of the gate of this month. We've got a new moon happening in your sign, and this new moon is speaking with Jupiter. It is speaking with Mars, but most importantly, it is standing across the sky from Pluto. That is the most important conversation that this moon is having. And Pluto represents that level of transformation and, in some cases, hard truths that need to be looked at. But ultimately, you will be grateful for it. That's the thing with Pluto. Pluto can sometimes, if you're honoring your Pluto, Pluto can inspire change, right? But sometimes that change is inspired by becoming very acutely aware of what isn't working and where it is that change must happen. And it's very possible with a sky like this that you may have a partnership or relationship as part of mirroring, showing you where it is that you now need to be more deeply honest with yourself. So I'll talk more about the partnership part of it in the love-focused horoscope, but for now I'll say that this speaks to any kind of one-on-one alliances and partnerships that you may have. So there is that need, in some cases, for personal self-honesty. There may be that need to have an exchange with another person, but ultimately this gets you honest with yourself. It gets you honest about the people who are around you, and it gets you honest about where you are in terms of the relationships that you've manifested and the circumstances in your life and what it says about you. And that is key. When there is a new moon in your sign, major lunar phenomenon in your sign, now as it is, because the moon is your ruling luminary, you are going to feel what's taking place with the moon more than others. It's going to be more important to you. But then you add to this a new moon in your sign, and it amps up the importance. And then you add the other factor, and that is that no matter what you're experiencing, because this is a new moon in your sign, it is about you. It is about what needs to change within you, what you don't want to accept anymore in your life, and where it is that you're now ready to say that you are starting fresh and that you are transforming. So whether you are really contributing to or just committing to a process of transformation, this is where you've got lots of blessings to make it go incredibly well and to have it be something that impacts many, many areas of your life. So there are a few different ways that this can manifest. It can manifest in love, and it may very well be love that shows you where it is that you're ready to change. This can also manifest in terms of your health, in terms of your weight as well. So you want to be mindful of that. So for some people that may be desirable to do something to get healthier, to do something to get stronger, especially. So where it comes to doing something like building muscle might be a part of this as well. But you want to be mindful of this as well if that's not what you're trying to do, right? And so you want to be mindful that you are taking care of yourself and you're being honest with yourself so that you are getting better. Whatever you choose, whatever change you undergo, it truly is about you becoming a better, stronger, more honest version of yourself. So there's that part of it with people kind of reflecting to you something about where you are so that you can get more deeply honest with yourself in that regard. But the other part of this also speaks to deciding who you want to be inside and out. How do you want to react to people, and what does that say about you? What kind of energies, what kind of people, what kind of circumstances push your buttons, and where is that really about you and pointing to the work that you need to do? All of that can be part of this particular new moon. So it is important, without a doubt. It is a reality check, without a doubt. If you've been making excuses, they are going to go out the window pretty fast with this energy. Now, as we move towards the later part of the month, we are going to have a full moon in your opposite sign. This is where it's not about you, it's about somebody else. This is where you are still learning about yourself, but through another person. That could be in love, but that also could be in partnerships of all kinds. So wherever it is that you have somebody who's representing you in the world, or you have somebody that you've aligned with in order for your mutual success to take place, this particular full moon is going to bring reality checks as well, but they're a little bit different. This can be surprises, okay? So whereas with the earlier new moon happening, there's not a lot of surprise energy. It's more like, you know, admitting to yourself what you already know, admitting to yourself what's in front of you and might have been in front of you for a long time. But with this particular full moon and the way that Uranus is speaking to it, there's like this other curveball being thrown in there that maybe you didn't see coming, a moment that shows up for you that really surprises you. And that ultimately will help you to get honest as well in terms of where you are and how much you trust this person, right? Putting love aside for a moment, if you're aligned with somebody and you're hoping that this person is going to be part of your prosperity, how much do you really trust this person? How much do you trust their judgment? It's not just about trusting them on a financial level, right? Which is what we normally think, but do you trust their judgment? Do you feel like they are taking care of you on the different levels that you need to be taken care of in any given partnership, even a business partnership at that? So there is that sort of moment that may take you a little bit by surprise, but it does also provide you with that sense of, okay, this is where this actually is. This is where we actually stand. But also gives you an insight into the future. This is where this person's going to take me. This is what they're going to do for me. And this is what they won't or can't. And that's important as well, to get realistic with yourself and get honest with yourself about the value of a certain partnership or not. And where it is that maybe it's about you and your expectations and what you're bringing and or not. Maybe it's about that other person. Regardless, this is ultimately going to be a redefinition in the bonds that you have, or an understanding that whatever was has now come to fruition. It has now reached culmination, and you're now ready to go in new directions. What I love about this month for you is that understanding of self and is that focus on you. It is the kind of month that can powerfully put you on a whole other path, and a path that you like, a path that makes you feel like you're getting to the core of what really matters now, maybe what always did matter, but you'd forgotten for a little while. Now you get to it. You get to that core of motivation. You understand what needs to change. And with that understanding and the soul, heart-based connection to that change that you wish to be, you can't help but own it, and you can't help but see it show up in your life and in who you are. Head over to my website right now to get early access to the Jupiter Special Horoscopes. In the month of September, Jupiter will change signs, will move into the sign of Libra. This is so exciting, as all of us in some way are going to notice our blessings shift and feel ourselves getting more hopeful and getting more opportunity in a very practical kind of way in a new area of life. So based on your sun sign, based on your moon sign, your rising sign, Jupiter will bless your life in new ways. So to find out how and to get an early look into how, head on to my website, nadiyashah.com. And of course, those horoscopes will be available on YouTube to the public on YouTube in the month of September. But if you want an early look, visit my website, and I look forward to seeing you there. It'll be great. This move of Jupiter into Libra will be great. Enjoy.